Good afternoon. On April 19th, Nova Scotians woke up to tragedy. The full magnitude took days to come into relief, but a few facts shone through crystalline in the grief. First, we lost 22 lives in an act of barbaric violence. Second, for some, this was not a surprise. The murderer was known to have been cruel and abusive, and he had been that night. In the days and weeks to come, we would find out that there were many red flags, including numerous credible reports to the RCMP through the years. And third, families and neighbors of the victims, first responders, police officers encountered scenes that will no doubt be imprinted on them for a lifetime, and from which it will take a lifetime to heal. We are here in solidarity with the families of the victims, with organizations serving women, with Canadian senators, and with all of you, because we believe that now is the time for that healing to begin. That healing begins with love. We have seen an outpouring of love from all corners of the province and the country in the past few months, but that healing is buoyed and maintained by justice. And justice means fixing what is broken in the systems that did not and could not prevent this tragedy. A system that does not take warnings of domestic violence seriously. A system that does not provide women, especially rural women, with the services they need to stem the tide of gender-based violence and misogyny. A system that doesn't take impersonating an officer seriously, nor the stockpiling of illegal firearms and cash. And finally, a system that could not act quickly enough to properly alert people and save lives once this began. We call problems systemic as a synonym for intractable or deeply seated. There are no simple answers to the questions we have, but there are complex, complicated answers. And the people implicated in these questions are not likely to be forthcoming, and not because they are bad people, but more likely because they are good people, because they are caring people, and because they are now grappling with the horror of a million missteps and mistakes. We need to publicly, collectively chart the path of these mistakes with diligence, with precision, and with unwavering commitment. And to do this, we need the full force of the law. We need a public inquiry in which the panelists are commissioners and can find the information they need to get to the truth, and most importantly, to get to justice. We are calling on the Speaker of the House of the Legislative Assembly of Nova Scotia and the Premier to reconvene an emergency sitting of the legislature and to allow us to introduce a bill mandating a public inquiry so that we can debate this in public in the light of day. As the Premier said, we need to wait until we have a process where we have subpoena power and the full cooperation of the federal government. We are all here today to tell the Premier and Minister Furey that we are still waiting and that justice does not have a timeline. Thank you.